Hi, I'm Wolfgang Christian. I'm the past secretary of the AAPT, and I'd like to talk to you for just a little bit about the Physics Teaching Resource Agents, the PTRA. That's the professional development program within AAPT for middle and high school teachers. I've been involved with PTRA mostly by giving workshops, and I've worked with some wonderful people: Karen Matzler, Tommy Holzenbach, Robert Morris, John Roeder. Who can forget Robert Morris's imitation of Ben Franklin at the National AAPT meetings? But most importantly, PTRA is an opportunity for teachers to have an impact on education. Um, we've had PTRA serve as presidents of the association. For instance, Tom Okuma, Jan Mader, Jill Marshall, George Amon, Dwayne Merrill, and I've had the great pleasure of working with all of these wonderful people. If you want to be involved in improving physics education and influencing physics education, I recommend that you join PTRA.
I was fortunate when I was younger to be able to attend national and state meetings of AAPT and learn from the best, learn how to teach, learn how to motivate students. The PTRA program did that for teachers all around the country, whether they could attend an AAPT meeting or not. The AAPT PTRA program was a teacher leadership program. How can you be a teacher leader without leaving the classroom? How can you learn while learning? How can you share the wealth and build community? PTRA program was just fantastic.
Hi, I'm Dave Vernier.
And I'm Christine Vernier.
I've been to every AAPT meeting since 1984, and I can tell you that PTRA has made a big difference in those meetings.
PTRA has brought real change, making those meetings more diverse and definitely bringing energy and enthusiasm.
More importantly, PTRA members have improved physics teaching as they've spread their energy and enthusiasm around the country.
I'm Jill Marshall, a former president of AAPT, and my experience with PTRA actually started well before I was involved actively with the national AAPT organization. It was from the work that Robert Beck Clark was doing here in Texas with the PTRA initiative, and the tremendous teachers and teaching talent that was being developed through that. I was jealous of their ability to communicate physics to high school students in particular. When I joined the presidential chain of the national organization, I realized how far the extent of the influence of PTRA goes. When you look at the sessions they provide for the national meetings, the workshops, the professional development, all of that contribution in developing our high school community was just enormous and enormously important to AAPT nationally. And most recently, I have seen the Quantum for All initiative and the influence that has had. The work of Karen Jo Matzler and others from PTRA in putting together conceptually coherent, accessible quantum understanding, quantum science for pre-college students. I know most people would say that was just a bridge too far. Quantum science is 30 years in the future, and it's always going to be. And yet, through work and persistence, Karen Jo and other PTRA leaders have found a way to really produce a viable and important conceptual quantum mechanics, quantum science program for K-12 students.
This is Damien Pope from Perimeter Institute up here in Canada. I'd just like to congratulate the PTRA on reaching this milestone. Well done. I first worked with the PTRA back in 2009 and have been lucky enough to work with them ever since. To me, the PTRA means three things. The first is a wealth of knowledge. They have so many people with so much experience with teaching physics. I always learn something from them. The second is passion. The PTRAs are always so enthusiastic to teach and to teach others how to do it. The third thing is generosity. They really want to share their expertise and help as many people as possible become better physics teachers, especially anyone who's early in their journey on in teaching. Congratulations again on all your hard work and success.
Hi, I'm Gay Stewart, and I'd like to second a lot of what Jill said. I had the privilege of serving with her in the presidential chain. My own experience with PTRA is very concurrent with my experience with the APT. My first APT meeting as a brand new faculty member trying to figure out how to become a good teacher of physics, I lucked into meeting PTRAs who kind of took me under their wing. And so it was kind of natural a few years later when I was trying to help get funding to put together a program to support teachers in the state I lived in. Most of the physics teachers at that time in Arkansas had very little physics background, that it was to PTRA that I turned, and they had supported me with help with grant writing and ideas and materials and connections to people who understood how to really help connect with those high school teachers. And that as we became an institution that actually prepared future high school teachers, even though those students had a rich preparation in physics, I still felt it was really important to get them involved with PTRA, that community, the understanding of how to connect with students in high schools. And the idea that they could help their students be successful, that they could be successful and their students could be successful and could want to go on and learn more in physics.
When I think about the PTRA program and all that they have accomplished since 1985, I think about the countless physics teachers who have benefited from their professional development workshops. Educators like myself who are passionate about bringing physics to life for their students, but need a little help making it happen. When I first began teaching physics in 1991, I spent hours searching for ways to make my physics feel relevant to my students. As a new physics teacher, navigating the dark days of dial-up, discovering the AAPT organization and the PTRA program was a game changer. With their unwavering support, our physics program quickly grew. In no time, what had begun as a 2-section course for 32 students and expanded to include 210 junior physicists across 10 sections. Professional development was key to ensuring both my success as an educator and the long-term success of our physics program. When you're new to the classroom, the wisdom and support of veteran physics teachers from a program like PTRA isn't just invaluable, it's essential to the expansion of physics education and increasing the student enrollment in STEM degrees after high school. Since joining Pasco Scientific in 2001, I have had the pleasure of developing our partnership with the PTRA organization and meeting many of the wonderful people pushing physics education forward. Today, PTRA is a driving force in the evolution of physics education, and their professional development workshops continue to equip physics teachers across the United States with the skills they need to successfully support hands-on physics learning. Since its founding in 1964, Pasco has proudly pioneered hands-on innovations for physics education. And it is because of the vision and mission of our founder, Paul Stockstead, that we've had the privilege of partnering with organizations like PTRA. We have seen firsthand how the professional development opportunities offered by PTRA help physics teachers and programs reach their full potential. At Pasco, we recognize the PTRA's program's history as an inclusive organization with equitable opportunities for all students and teachers. I would encourage any new or even veteran physics teacher to reach out and learn more about PTRA professional development opportunities and how PTRA can impact their high school physics programs. As the current president of Pasco, we look forward to the continued support of PTRA and working closely with this beneficial organization on their mission for improving physics education.